Hello, I'm Anna Rose White, and this is my good friend Mary Jane.
Yes.
And
good morning.
So we're here from Beehive Quilt Shop in Wellington, Kansas, and we want to tell you about one of our favorite things, which is OdiCoat. And Mary Jane is just this pro at it. And so, Mary Jane, tell me a little bit more about what is this OdiCoat and why do we love it so much?
Well, I especially am loving it right now because so many people are making bags, including me. And so I love some of the cottons that we have at the shop, but then I worry about how often am I gonna wash my bag? And so OdiCoat actually has a water resistant, and it goes all the way to water repellent, oilcloth effect. And so that's kind of what I've been doing lately, is putting just a little bit of, just a coat of OdiCoat, or 2 or 3, depending on the project. And then I get to use all the beautiful cottons that we have in bag making.
Yeah, so let's tell them a little bit more. So what projects have you used it on before we tell them how they do it?
I have used, mostly on bags, but I did make an umbrella.
What is this?
This is Sally Tomato's fanny pack. It's called 5th Avenue Fanny Pack, and it's actually a free pattern on her blog. You go to her blog to get it.
It's lovely. So it's just this cute thing, and you've used cotton webbing.
That's right.
And it's just really nice. But this, you can tell, it was originally cotton fabric, but it just has that OdiCoat on it, and it's just wonderful. So we'll have another video about that, but it makes the bag more usable.
I think so, because like especially that bag, you either wear up here or under your arm, and I think just having it water resistant is
and you have
helpful.
Grandkids in your life, and so sometimes grandkids are sticky.
Yes.
And, if they were to touch your bag, it makes it a lot easier to.
That's right. To wash off.
Wash off. Mm-hmm.
Wash right off.
And then just show us this, because
this is my umbrella I made, and I actually made it water repellent. And to make it water repellent, you need to put on 3 coats of the OdiCoat, and so it repels water. It's a working umbrella.
It's
but
lovely.
Used cotton.
And I love this. Is a fun. She has the selvage she used to make as the tie for the umbrella, and Moody Blooms. It's just so fun. So let's open this up.
Okay. Let's do it.
OdiCoat. So you're just like, what does this look like? So you just open it up. It's in this nice container, and it's made by Odif, which is a French company. But you can just tell it's just some cool goop, And so it's just this nice, opaque goop. And so you would open it up.
And it is surprising. You can apply it. I like to apply it with a brush, especially on the smaller projects. And I even used a brush, but a big brush for the umbrella. But for example, here's the brush, and here's our cotton, and it just goes on, and you brush it on. It's as simple as that. And then it is surprising, but it does dry clear, and it doesn't take long at all for it to dry. And then
does it take a few hours, a whole day?
Not really, no.
Not even
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Oh, that's faster than I thought.
And see, like, you can't even tell it's there. Of course, this is light fabric. I was interested to know how it would look on dark fabric, and I'm very pleased. I mean, you really can't tell that's got a coating on it unless you really look at it. And anyway, I like to put wax paper underneath, but then right away I'll pick it up.
And give it a quick
yes, because I don't want it to get too stuck on that wax paper. Now, I'm sure you can use freezer paper, might work well, and then really, like, within 30 minutes, it's dry. So if you want a second coat, then you put the second coat on, and then you let it dry a little bit longer. And of course, if you put 3 coats on, I let it dry, usually overnight. Make sure it's good and coated.
That's great. So if you were going to make a purse or a bag, you just go ahead and cut your size of piece you need, so like that looks like a fat 8.
Yes.
So you just would take that whole piece, and it doesn't shrink your fabric.
No, it doesn't shrink the fabric.
So you don't have to worry about having like an oversized piece.
Right. I will tell you that usually what I do is I cut out the pattern first and then apply the OdiCoat, because I don't want to waste any of it.
I think that just makes so much sense.
It makes sense, yeah. But for today's demonstration, I wanted to show you that.
So then that's better than, because like I know before, like I've seen other products that are kind of almost like an oilcloth, like there's like iron-on vinyl.
Yes.
But, you know, when you do that, you know, typically, like, it's almost like you do waste a little bit more fabric, and then that can crack because it's like a whole nother layer.
Yes.
Where this is, you're treating the fabric and it's giving it new life and it's flexible.
Very
just
flexible.
saw that.
I brought some samples. Of course, you aren't here to feel them, but Anna Rose can. You can see what the difference is.
So
that's 2 coats.
This is 2 coats.
This is 1 coat.
Yeah.
And then the umbrella is 3 coats, so and it's real stiff.
Yeah, so this is just, it feels very lightweight. And then on this 5th Avenue bag, you used
just 1 coat.
1 coat.
I just used 1 coat.
That's awesome because it just gives it kind of new life, and it doesn't take that much longer in your process.
No.
And then you would put 2 coats on just a purse you might wear more, or the lining?
I would. Well, I have used it in lining actually. For some of my totes that I carry liquid, I have used it in lining. I didn't bring a sample of that today, but I do have that.
So that's it, and it's still very flexible, so you can see it's still easy to fold. When you like stitch through OdiCoat, like do you have to have any particular needle, or does it gum up your fabric at all when you're
It does not gum up. I was really surprised that it does not gum up the needle. To be honest with you, I don't really know. I've never changed my needle because of the OdiCoat. I use the needle for whatever size bag I'm using.
So that's nice. So it doesn't affect what type of needle you
need. And the other thing is you can quilt on it. I was, you know, for this bag, her instructions are for just like this. There's foam underneath here. But at this point, after you cut it out and put the OdiCoat on it, you could quilt it. As so many bags these days are quilted, you can quilt right through it.
That's great. And then, you know, on this, it's just like what you said. This is just a little thicker, but it's by no means stiff.
Right. It still opens and everything really nice. I hesitate to open up an umbrella because it's unlucky.
Yes,
my mother would be really upset with me.
Yes, but I've seen Mary Jane with this umbrella, and just let me tell you, she looks marvelous.
It works really well
outside. Yes, so that's pretty fun. And so like this is the purse hardware, or not purse hardware, but umbrella hardware, and it's a great pattern to do the umbrella, but it's really not hard to do this OD gel coat. It dries fast.
It does.
It doesn't sound like you even need that many supplies.
No.
To do that, if you did have a paintbrush, that's of course Mary Jane's favorite way, but it also even comes with like a credit card.
So that you can,
painting I think would be way more relaxing with the paintbrush than, but you could definitely do this as well.
You certainly can.
And just start from the edge and work your way to the inside.
That's right.
So that's great. And then you've also done it. So we've mainly been talking about quilting cottons that you can put the OD gel coat on. But what else have you put it on before?
Well, I put it on the light cork, the Sally Tomato light cork, because she recommends this for this zippy bag. And I just wanted to see if it would work because it was dark and I was afraid, I wonder if that'll wipe off on my clothes. I don't know that it would, but I went ahead and gel coated it anyway. And so, it works. It's really flexible. It works fine. I mean,
and it doesn't change how that looks. So I think that's so cool. So if you have been thinking about wanting to make something that's wipeable and give it the oilcloth effect, Mary Jane, Beehive, and I recommend the OdiCoat product to use that. So we hope you enjoyed this little tutorial talking about OD gel coat, how easy it is to use, and what projects you can work with it. And join us for other tips from Mary Jane.